What advice would you give to young American students going abroad for the first time?
Number one, be open. Try to enter the experience with no preconceived notions about the country you're going to or the people in that country. You've got to try to shake the fear. You can't approach these opportunities thinking that everything is going to feel good and comfortable and you'll get everything right. You're probably going to make a lot of mistakes, but you know what? That's life. In other parts of the world that you go to, they will appreciate your effort, your energy, as long as you come into the experience respecting the people and the culture that you're coming into.
Hi, Mrs. Obama. My name is April Thompson, and I'm currently in Accra, Ghana. My question for you is, where did you receive your first passport stamp, and how did that experience impact the person that you are today?
That's a great question. It took me a second to remember, but actually, my first passport stamp was to France. Our sophomore class had an opportunity to spend a week for a break in France. And initially, I was nervous about taking that week. I didn't want to ask my father to pay for that trip. It felt like an extravagance. And I remember breaking down in tears, feeling guilty about even asking him if I could go. He wanted me to have all the experiences that he didn't have. And he didn't blink an eye in paying for that trip. So I got on a plane with some of my classmates and we stayed in a youth hostel and spoke a lot of bad French and learned a lot. But there is nothing more important to me and to my husband than to expose our kids to the world. And we want this not just for our girls, but we want that for you guys too. And when you find the opportunity, take it, okay? That's gonna make you just better people, smarter people, and it's a lot of fun too. So keep up the great work and remember, eat your vegetables. Bye.
Just the chance to fly on a plane is amazing. It's something that, sure, you might get nervous about. Pretty anxious though.
This is your first outing on a plane, right?
Yeah, this is my first time traveling outside the country and ever being on a plane.
It's nothing to worry about. Flying is super fun.
Yeah. That's what everyone's told me. I was a little overwhelmed at first. Getting on the plane, I wasn't used to what was going on. Everything was really new to me. I'm always looking up when I'm at home, like looking at the sky, like how would it be to look down from there? Taking off, I was just like, wow. Everything's getting smaller. I would look down and like see like entire cities and they'd be like this big. I'm like, wow. Just to see it firsthand, it's amazing to me. Taking this trip to a completely different country is an experience that I'll never forget in my life.
Last 2 weeks I have been in Shanghai and Beijing, and I've been loving every second I'm here. My eyes have been open to new experiences and new cultures that I thought I'd never even see.
This is called like square dance in China.
Yeah, get it, y'all?
Yeah, they really enjoy their life.
I just like being around people and just walking and interacting with people and like being so welcome. All right, this is Victoria. We got Paris over there. There's Tom and there's Nick. They're awesome. People are so friendly here. People were inviting me to like play games with them.
It sounds so sad.
I would love to do more and experience more and to be more proactive and being like involved in their culture and like put myself out there. Just really live out the whole culture.
Let's go, let's go.
Can we? Oh, good.
We're enjoying it. Thank you. there's just so much more to do, and I would love to come back.
Nothing can compare to you actually being here and actually living it. It seems like something out of a movie. It's actually taking place, and I'm actually doing this right now. I'm actually all the way in Ireland, 3,000 miles away, just living a dream right now. It's the first time I've ever seen the Atlantic Ocean. You know, I live in Chicago. We don't have an ocean. It's kind of overwhelming to be able to see something like this. It pushes you to become more the person that you're meant to be. Because I feel like everybody here has a calling, and you know, we're meant to do something great.
Second one we come to? Take a right, and then it should be. Was it 2 rights? No, I don't think we have to keep. I think we have to keep going. Yeah. We go right there. This is where we started this morning.
Well, you are in the old Jewish quarters. It is a place where you can find today these narrow streets. You can get lost here. We suggest you to get lost in this beautiful section of Sevilla.
One of you is going to lead us. Who wants to lead the group?
I will.
You, Sebastian? Vale. Vámonos, we follow Sebastian there.
We're following Sebastian, guys.
I am next to you.
I'm not a kid that travels a lot and stuff, so coming to this big city was a pretty bit scary and got really nervous and stuff, but I think it's one of the best things that happened in my life. It's just amazing to walk around and talk with the locals and just getting to know your way and getting lost at the same time. It's really fun getting lost in these streets. Disculpe, ¿cómo llegamos a la catedral? ¿A la catedral? When I go to those places, I just take it in all. I just breathe it like I'm here. I'm actually here. Guys, you're here.
Good job, Sebastian. Thanks for getting us here, Sebastian.
And I'm gonna keep traveling my whole life because I think I'm always gonna find something new in this super tiny, big, huge, small world.
It's definitely a very important part of life to go out on your own and see the world. And this is the best way to do it. I think to myself, like, how incredibly complex and individual everyone around the world is, and how each of them have a life as unique as your very own. When you're stuck at home in one country or you don't travel that much, you know, you see the world one way. I personally love to travel because I see everybody else's world. And you get to really live it with them. I'm here right now. Like, this is actually happening, and I'll just become so aware of everything around me and the noises and the smells and the sights, and it's a new experience. Experience is knowledge. Experience is really something you just can't beat. You can learn all you want in the classrooms, but there's a big difference between learning and living and experiencing the culture. The best way to embrace the world is to get out there, is to be open-minded and try new things.
It's just now hitting me how this whole trip has changed me, how I feel so small and humble and insignificant, and yet part of something so infinite and indefinite and wonderful and beautiful and massive. To understand what my place is in this world, and I feel like I could spend my whole life wandering around trying to figure out what that is.
Bye.